everybody, how are you? Oh, actually, before I do anything, I wanted to put my new earrings in. Oh my God, I've got the orange. I've got the very orange filter. Goodness knows what color these are going to be. So look at this. Now, this is not a sponsored earring because I actually got these for free in exchange. Well, not free, complimentary in a swap for quite a brief reading. Probably, in fact, exactly the amount of reading I would have given for the cost of the earrings. I got 2 sets. I know I'm very orange. I look like I've had a spray tan. It's just the filter. It's just the filter. I'm not really orange. So I just want to tell you about these earrings. Some of you will recognize them. I had a set of earrings like this, which lots of people commented on, and I loved. Let me see if I can make my light a bit bluer so I'm not quite so orange. Did that help? I don't know. Anyway, they are from a woman called Tara McIerney, who is a jeweler and silversmith. And as I said, I swapped them. I wrote to her and I said, I've lost my earrings. Ever since I did anyway, it doesn't matter. I lost them. And so if you want to find her, she does these. These are like, what is it? It's not DNA. What is it? Something like DNA. Anyway, I love them. And I got them at Shambhala Festival and I've lost them. So she dug into her supplies because she doesn't sell them, these exact ones, online anymore. And I love them. And she swapped me. She said, well, why don't you give me a little reading? So I gave her a little reading and she gave me these, and also a pair of squares as well, which I'm going to wear another time. So Tara McIerney. And if you want to find her on Etsy, she's under Tara Mac Jewelry. Tara Mac Jewelry. I say support Etsy jewelers. There we go. So today, what I thought I would do, because we're coming up to the full moon, and I get this question a lot. Okay, before we go any further, I'm just going to answer a question from Jay, because I saw that yesterday, and then we'll talk about, I'm going to tell you how to tell where the full moon is in your sign, okay? So Jay's question is, I still can't get onto chanting. Any advice? So we are still doing chanting every day, and we often have around about 100 people, which is amazing because we started with about 6 and it's really, really nice. We do this chant here, except it's backwards on Facebook, so I actually have it printed backwards from Facebook. Oh, thank you, Shakayla. So generous. Om Kreem Mahakali Sarva Rogam Nasi. Yes, powerful chanting this morning, says Paulie, was. So we're still doing it. We do it Monday to Friday. We've been doing it again, I think, I don't know, since December or something. I'm not sure how long I will keep doing it, because very soon I'm going to be writing my new diary for 2023. So I might not do lives the whole way through and chanting the whole way through, just because this kind of gets me into another mode. But I'm still going to do, just so you know, on March the 7th, these Facebook Lives, I won't be here. I'll be doing the Moonology Manifesting Challenge at 11:11 a.m. UK time. And that you can sign up for in the description above or below. Chanting you can sign up for. Both are free. The chanting is free, and you can sign up for it on my events page. So everybody on Facebook who has a page like I do, this is my Yasmin Boland page. Thanks, Cindy. Everyone has an events page. So you just go to my events page, which is part of this whole Facebook Yasmin Boland page, click events, and then you can see there's a chanting thing every single day. Thank you, Sue Emily. That's very nice of you. Yeah, so you just sign up, and I'm fairly sure once you've signed up, then you get a reminder. But I'm not sure if you have to sign up every day. Gosh, everyone's giving me stars. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you get a reminder. You used to be able to schedule a multiple event, you know, so you could say I'm doing this daily for the next 2 weeks or the next month or whatever. I'm not sure if you can do that anymore. It would be good if you could, because actually, you know, that would mean you would then get notified every day without having to sign up again. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but once you have the link, it's a Zoom link. And once you have the link, you get the address, and you get the address, and you can just join in, and the password and everything like that. Okay, so you can't get through the Zoom link. Well, I don't know how to solve that. I'm really sorry, Janet. I have no clue. Yeah, you have to enter the meeting ID number and the password. So there you go. All right, so I will be doing a Facebook full moon event as well. So if you go to the events page, sign up to that as well. And as I said, these Facebook Lives on March the 7th, I'm going to stop doing them. Oh, Teresa G. Angel, thank you. I will be not doing these daily lives because I'll be doing the Moonology Manifesting Challenge, which I will just tell you about quickly, and then I'll tell you how to find the full moon in your chart every time, and then I'll do a card. So the Moonology Manifesting Challenge is something I'm extremely excited about. We worked really, really hard to get it all ready. We have, I think, literally thousands and thousands of people signed up. If you've applied to join the Facebook group, there's a private Facebook group where after you sign up, you apply for that. We haven't actually opened that yet, but we're going to open it up quite soon. And basically it's going to be about working from the quarter moon. I've actually got some, I actually was printing out some of the PDFs. Let me see if they're here. No, they're downstairs. I have to show you, but we've got these lovely PDFs for people to use every day to help you work through issues, because basically what blocks manifesting is our issues. You know, if you have I'm not worthy issues, for example, it will cause blockages. And so what we're going to do in the Moonology Manifesting Challenge for 7 days is we are going to work through issues, or identify them, work through them, and then in the lead up to the new moon, when we will all make our new moon wishes together. So it's going to be great. So start to think now about what you want to manifest. But before thank you, Triple Moon Goddess Kelly Norris. Before we get to that, we have the full moon, which is coming this week. And I'll be doing a Facebook live, and I'm changing it this month. We're trying out something new. We're doing it from the events page itself. So don't go to Hay House and don't go to my page. Go to the events page, and you should get a notification there. And I will be doing it on the events page, and Hay House is co-hosting there. So that's all kind of exciting. And the full moon ceremony, we will be doing chanting. We'll be doing the most important thing, I think, that we do all month, which is forgiveness. Now, why is that the most important thing? Because when you forgive, you actually get rid of all your rubbish. You know, you get rid of the stuff that prevents you from manifesting. Okay? And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the full moon. And actually, I'm going to send out an email today. I better remind myself about that, actually. Email to challenge people. To challenge people, read the full moon. Because it's actually really important if you're going to do the challenge. It's sort of like you can get a head start by doing some full moon work this week coming. I think it's the 25th or 26th, something like that. Have a look at the events page. All right, okie dokie. So yeah, so someone's saying I'm manifesting my cards being published by Hay House, never heard back from them. So, you know, something like that, you're going to have to clear self-worth blocks, for example. But also on a really practical level, if you want to get a deal with Hay House, build up your social media profile. They love it when you've got a social media following, because it means that people are picking up what you're putting down, as they say in America. That was really daggy, wasn't it? Okay, so today I want to show you how to tell where the new moon or the full moon is in your chart every time. And I'm afraid to say it's using one of two of my books, but that's just the way I just thought of it, because I keep getting questions from people saying, how do I tell where the new moon is in my chart? Okay, and I was looking at my Moonology book the other day, Erica Savage, please email support@yasminboland.com. I was looking at this book the other day. Somebody shared actually the famous page 80-81 grid, okay, which I call it the famous page 80 to 81 grid just because I've spoken about it so many times. So this is in my book Moonology, which has been a bestseller in Amazon astrology for 4 years now, like 250 weeks I think it is. And so this is there. This is like the mothership, the mother resource. So this, if you've got this book, which if you don't have it, you can get it for like next to nothing as a Kindle ebook if you just want to try it, you're not really sure. But what it does is it's a thing that says, okay, now, unfortunately, we put just the new moon. It actually is the new and the full moon. And I think in the later editions, it does say the new or full moon here. We updated that because we had so many people I stupidly just put the new moon. But it works for the new moon and the full moon. So it's got if the new moon is... so let's just have a look here for a second. Okay, so the new moon is going to be in Virgo. The full moon is going to be in Virgo, okay? So you'd look at this column. I'm pretty sure it's back to front, isn't it? I'm sorry, I could have changed that, I think. Can I change that? Nope. I don't think I can change it now. I could have changed it at the start before I started, but never mind. So that's the new moon in full moon, new moon in Virgo column. And then down here, there are all the star signs or rising signs. So if you know your rising sign, look down this column. Just say that's your rising sign. Just say your Leo rising. Then you would just run your finger along until you get to the new moon in Virgo section. And you'd say, oh, it's in my second house. Page 80. It is. Someone's saying what page is it? Page 80. And so you say, oh, it's in my second house. And then if you've got my book, obviously then you just turn to the second house and you go, oh, this is the new moon in my second house or the full moon in my second house or whatever. And you get all the information about what that actually means. So that's one way to tell where the full moon is for you. And if you've got an older edition, it says new moon. It works for the full moon too, okay? So that's one way. Now, the other way is if you have my Moonology diary or a previous version, because we've put it in all of them. I'm afraid it's now sold out. Yay! But if you've got my diary, so every new and full moon, there is something where it says what this lunation means for you, okay? What this lunation means for you. And April saying, what book is it? The first book was Moonology, which is my book that's been in the bestseller list for like 250 weeks, Amazon Astrology, which is extraordinary. And it's just a sign of how the moon is coming back because the divine feminine is rising. Thank you, Jam Jar. It is Moonology. And this one is the Moonology diary. The Moonology book you can still get. This one obviously is now sold out. But if you have it, so this section here where it says where is this lunation, what this lunation means for you, that basically is how to tell where the new moon is for you. So looking at what's coming up, we've got the full moon in Virgo. All right, so there's the full moon in Virgo page, which has got the times and all that. And there it says there, what this lunation means for you. And then you go, okay, let's see, random star signs. Scorpio, it's in your 11th house. And it says turn to pages 14 to 17. So then you go to pages 14 to 17. And you go, okay, it's in my 11th house. Hello?
Hi, Yasmin. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
Really good, really good. So I'm here with Shane, who I record the podcast with. So before we get going and have our chat,
I just have to tell you, I'm sorry, I lost track of the time and I'm doing a Facebook Live. So you are now on Facebook Live. So why don't you give your podcast a plug, yourself and your podcast?
Okay, brilliant. Yes, it's called Ready to Be Real. And I'm going to be talking to you, which will be going out on Friday. I'm so excited about it. And we talk to people of all walks of life. So some people who are well known, people who perhaps are not well known but have amazing stories to tell. And then occasionally I do topic-led conversations. So our chat is going to be a Moon 101.
Moon
and I'm really looking
101.
forward to it.
So, and tell everybody your name and the name of the podcast again, please.
It's called Ready to Be Real, and I'm Sheila Shoiga.
Wonderful Irish name. All right, so Sheila, I'm just going to, just bear with me for 30 seconds. I'm going to quickly,
Sure, of course.
Everyone's saying on Facebook you have a lovely accent.
Oh,
So,
thank you, guys.
So, guys, I'm actually not going to be able to do a card. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to do a really quick card for everybody, and you're going to have to interpret it, and then I'm going to go off and speak to Sheila. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I just literally, I've been rabbiting on about the full moon. Okay, here's a card. All right, you got your question. Here's your card. Oh, my goodness. Okay, it's a really nice one. So whatever your question is today, you are good enough. So just go for it. You are good enough. There we go. All right. So on that note, I'm going to bid farewell to my Facebook friends. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow. Join the Moonology Manifesting Challenge. The link is above. We'll be doing this every day from March 7 to March 14. And I'm now going to speak to Sheila on her Ready to Be Real podcast, which will be out on Friday. So hopefully that'll be fun. Lots of love, everybody. See ya.